What's up, Troy?
Happy Friday, Jerry.
Good to see you, man.
Whew, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. It's been a week.
I'm ready for a good weekend, man.
I'm ready for a good weekend too.
I'm gonna get really fucked up.
I got to hit that thing.
A pretty special piece, man.
Got some vapes to beat up.
Vapor streaming, just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
Woohoo! Oh shit! I had the wrong window open. I was like, "How come it's still showing me?" Oh, it's because I have the wrong shit open.
Because it's the Presesh, man. That's how this rolls. We don't know what the hell's up. It's too early. It's too early to know what the fuck's going on.
Happy Friday, Jerry.
Happy Friday to you, brother. Good to see you, man. How you been?
I've been all right. I've had better mornings.
Better mornings?
Yeah. I woke up at like, I don't know, 3, 4 in the morning, maybe 5 in the morning.
Not my fave.
Thinking I was having a baby.
What?
What? Felt like
Wait
I
a
was gonna
minute.
have a baby. Like
I missed a whole lot of time here. Something got lapsed.
I felt like I was in labor. I felt like I wasn't sure if I was gonna pop out a baby or pop out. I was like coughing and I was nauseous and I was thinking I was gonna throw up and yeah, not fun.
No,
But
it's not, man.
I'm here. I'm
What'd you
alive.
eat?
Raising Cane's
Huh?
at like midnight.
What is that?
You're not familiar with Raising Cane's?
Is that a place?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I don't know what the fuck's up.
Does anybody in the chat know what Raising Cane's is? Am I I know I give Jerry a lot of shit for not knowing things.
You.
No, but like Raising Cane, it might be regional. Like
I know, but it's true.
Yeah, it's a chicken finger place. I've been saying for years that chicken fingers are the future because, like when I was raising my kids, every time that we were eating something that they didn't want to eat, it was like, can we just make some chicken? Because we had chicken fingers in the freezer. You know, like chicken fingers were like the default meal. My kid took chicken fingers to school like every day for however many years of school she had. What is it, 20, 18, 16, whatever? She got chicken fingers.
I thought my kids, all of them were going to turn into a chicken nugget. Same fucking story, man. What is it in that shit that's all they ever want to eat?
It's like comfort food, but for kids. You know, like we have our comfort foods, the shit that we ate growing up that just like makes us feel, mommy's taking care of us. For the next several generations, it's chicken nuggets and chicken fingers, dude. Like in 10 years, we're gonna see. I'll bet you my left nut on this, Jerry. In the next 10 years, we're gonna see like gourmet chicken fingers as like a food restaurant category. Like you're gonna be able to go to places and get like Michelin star chicken fingers. You know, like they gotta make it fancy because it's how it iterates. Like Raising Cane's is already like beyond the chicken fingers of growing up. Like they're way beyond high school cafeteria food.
What are they doing with their chicken fingers? Good. What do they do with those fingers, Troy?
I think they make them fresh. Like they use all white meat, and then they do the buttermilk brine, and then they fry them fresh. They only have chicken fingers, Texas toast, and French fries. That's the only thing they cook there. They have
3 things. They only need 2 fryers and a griddle, and they're good to go, huh?
Right. And their Texas toast is so good. Like they have like the thick bread that they butter and grill on one side. Oh my god, this is what made me sick last night. Now I'm hungry for it again.
I had hoped that we're gonna grow past the chicken finger as a society, but I don't know, man. I mean, I know it might have a ways to go, but if we're just gonna start glorifying that fucker, we're not growing in our understanding of health.
And kids these days are still eating chicken fingers.
Right? I'm still eating them. Fuck yeah. I get a sandwich with them the other day or something, you know? Motherfuckers. What are you gonna do with those?
Oh, they do sell sandwiches. They do sell like a chicken finger sandwich. So they have like a bun as well. But I've never actually had it. Never had their chicken sandwich.
In addition to Chick-fil-A, we have Zaxby's and PDQ that are all chicken fast food places. Zaxby's pretty national. PDQ is a little more local. I think it's owned by like Tim Tebow or some shit like that. So Same kind of thing. Just a whole bunch of fried chicken sandwiches and shit.
Do you have churches?
Church's fried chicken?
Yeah.
I grew up on that, but it's hard to find now. I think I've only seen 2 or 3 in the last decade.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have churches here.
Churches used to be dope. My mom, she was heavy on that, man. When I was a kid, it was Church's chicken all the time, man. I love that shit.
I've seen churches in some videos. It's like Waffle House. We don't have Waffle House around here.
Really, I got those everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I went the other day for the first time in years. My I think I told you, I had my stepmom here for a bit. And my dad's, one of his favorite places was Waffle House. Would always go to the Waffle House. So we went to Waffle House in honor of him. It's fun to kind of hang out there with, acting like he was there. So Waffle House, love that damn thing. He would always go in, and I don't care which one he went to, how many times he said it, how emphatic he was. He would go in there and he wanted his fucking hash browns scattered because he wanted them burnt. And he'd tell him, but it was before they had the whole lingo. I'm talking way back. And he would go in and go, yeah, hash browns, but scatter them all over. I want them burnt. The first thing you do, just take my hash browns and throw them all over the grill, then make the other shit. And you can't overburn them. I just want them crispy as hell. And he would go through this whole routine, tell them exactly how I want them. They come back with a normal fucking order of hash browns every fucking time. I'm like, what the fuck is with these people? And send them back. They come back just a little bit crispy. I'm like, do you guys not understand? Fucking burnt.
I can relate to that. I can relate to that. Yeah.
Fucker would wait 25 minutes for him to cook his hash browns.
I've been to Waffle House like as a child. Like I remember going there with my dad when we were on vacations and shit like that. But it's probably been several decades since I've been to a Waffle House.
It's the same, just different prices. It's all the same shit. I couldn't believe it. Everything's the same.
See, I've been to IHOP like hundreds of times.
Now that place has changed over the years. Like they've evolved. You know what I mean? Like they're fucking.
They even changed their name for a while.
Yeah, there we go. Jinx.
Like they did the burger. They changed their name to like iBurger or iBop or whatever it is.
What is it called? What is it exactly? I saw it the other day. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Fucking IHOP.
No, but it wasn't IHOP. It was some like you're right. They'd fucked with the name a little bit. What did they do?
They changed to like a burger place at some point, but I'm pretty sure that was just a publicity stunt to like get media attention and PR. That's marketing life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. IHOB, is that it? That makes sense. I saw that the other day.
I guess it makes more sense than iBob.
Fucking weirdos. I don't get it.
What is international about International House of Pancakes?
Well, you go in there and they'd have them like different styles. You know what I mean? Like I think
but they'd have like two. Like, hey, we got some Belgian pancakes today. Oh, and we got it's like what? One other it's Texas pecan butter. What the fuck is
the way they dress them? You know, you can do them crepey. You know, you can put a little Nutella, pretend you're in France or some shit. I don't know. It's Americans fucking shit up, man. Yeah. I'm not gonna go to bat for this one, man. Denny's, fuck Denny's. Denny's, man, Jesus.
Denny's is always one of those places where it's like you have to like get past going to Denny's before you go to Denny's.
The Grand Slam. Last time I went, I wanted a Grand Slam. Like dude, I went there for that.
Same. I remember going to Denny's one time and getting like overcharged so much. Like my fucking bill was just so wrong, and dealing with the manager and dealing with the waitress was so painful that I just paid it. I was like, you know what? This $27 is not worth me fucking murdering somebody right now. I'm just gonna like walk out of this restaurant and get ripped off. I'm gonna willingly get ripped off because this fight is gonna cost me more than fucking the theft amount.
Sometimes you gotta walk away from your own bad energy, man. You know what I mean?
Might have been the last time I went to Denny's. No, actually, no, it's not. I went to Denny's after a Vegas trip one time on the way from Vegas to LA. Like those last casinos as you're leaving Nevada, like Wild West Billy's Saloon or whatever. I don't know. Maybe you haven't been on that road, but there's like fake Vegas. Like as soon as you cross into the border, there's like a fake little Vegas that's got some casinos and some roller coasters and shit. it's a pretty shitty hotel. We went there, and there's a Denny's inside the casino.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh no!
yeah, and we were the only one. I was with Boundless. It was when we took that when I went to Champs with Boundless, and I rode with them, and we were all drunk and high, and went to Denny's at that trashy hotel.
Is this thing out by itself, like out in the middle of, like it's a building by itself? Because I think I've seen this one.
It's a bunch of buildings, but yeah, it's like a little town.
Okay.
I forget what the town is called, but yeah, it's like a little fake Vegas.
Oh man, I remember when I that last time I went to Vegas, I went to California. Remember to go to the Redwoods for a minute, and we did exactly that. We saw at least one or two of those, and I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute. I was just in Vegas. What the fuck is this thing? I was like driving by going, who the fuck wants to go to that thing? The real deal's right down the road.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
nickel slots or what?
I mean, I think they have all the main shit. It's almost, I love how your one lens of your glasses fogged up there when you're drinking your coffee. That was great. It's almost like it's just like a shorter destination. It's like they put it there for like all the people that are driving there from California or I guess it's the only place west of Nevada. All the people driving from California, like, hey, why make the next 45-minute trip when you can stop here and give us your money and see titties or whatever the people go to Vegas for?
Cheaper, I guess. You want to gamble but not have to, to me that's probably like where the real hardcore I can't live without gambling dudes go. Remember I told you like the old man liquor they used to buy? You go in a liquor store and you buy shit the old guys get because it's cheap but good enough.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I think what those are casinos are for, man. They're for the people that just like, dude, I got to place a bet, so I'm going there.
I wonder how many people go there instead of Vegas versus how many people go to Vegas and then on their way home, like make one last stop.
Oh, that'll happen. Yeah, I can see that. I still got some quarters to burn.
Yeah.
Chunking them in a slot.
People that are down $300. Maybe I can win that $300 back with one last $100 in the fucking slack jocks. What are those things called? Slot machines?
Or they found a 20 like down in the seat. They forgot was down there. Like, oh shit.
Oh yeah. They're going through their car on their drive home trying to find some money for McDonald's, and they decided to spend it on a slot machine instead.
Fuck yeah. Might win a Big Mac while we're at it. Why the fuck not?
Yeah. Gambling addiction scares me. Like,
it's easy
the first time I gambled, I felt it. For one, I felt it. Like I felt that weird, like
you lost.
Like, I lost, but I felt the thing that your brain does when it's like tricking you into like sliding down the hill. Like I lost $35 and it hurts, and that was a really shitty way to lose $35. But some people win. Like, what if I spend another 50 and win 100? Like I could. What if the graph is like you have to put in $300 before the odds are in your favor, and then you win 500? Like the evil, shitty, non-logic brain. I felt it. And I made like the conscious decision, like I'm gonna stick with I spent $30 in 35 minutes, and that was a terrible spend. It didn't provide a whole lot of entertainment. It didn't provide drinks. I mean, I've gambled since my first time, and I've since learned to be a little more sensible. Like, I've gone to Vegas and gone out gambling for like several hours, and went out with like the intention of like, I'm gonna limit myself to $100. I'm only gonna use these types of games, and my goal is free drinks. Like I'm not gonna win. There's no expectations of getting rich. There's no expectations of coming home with equal or more amount of money. Like my intention of gambling is to have fun playing some games and take advantage of all gamblers drink free in Vegas.
That was the most fun I had gambling, when it was just about, this is just my drinking money, man. They're just going to bring me drinks for free while I piss it into this machine. It works for me.
Yeah.
That was fun. I used to go to the dog track every now and then with family. And first couple of times I did pretty well. Like I'd win a couple things, go, oh, well, walk out with $40 extra in my pocket. But That was some kind of beginner's luck shit because no, man. Like I've lost enough times and it didn't take me many to know I ain't ever gonna win that shit. Like I'm a loser at gambling, man. I lose. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, Troy will agree with that. Vegas weed.
Yeah, the Vegas weed's pretty bad. I mean, it's better now. It's a lot better now than it was a couple years ago. Like when Vegas first got
it was new. Yeah.
Legal. Yeah. Yeah. Like they had all the people jumping in there early to adopt, but not necessarily the people who know their shit in the industry. Yeah. The first year of legal Vegas weed was pretty booftacular. That's why I take my own.
Well, okay. So excuse me as I take a break here, but how long is it going to take, Troy, for Vegas to have weed that you consider I don't have to bring my weed from Cali anymore?
They probably have it now. Like I know on my last Vegas trip, dude, man, bro, bought a bunch of flour. Boundless bought a bunch of flour. Blake bought 5 or 6 grams of hash rosin, and I sampled a bunch of stuff that was fine. Like there was
okay.
Yeah, there was no complaints about the stuff that I tried, but they were like top shelf prices too. You know, like $80 grams of hash rosin and $60 eighths of flour. That's if you're getting bad shit at those prices. That's
what it was.
You're real fucked, and that's what Vegas
I remember
was
now.
It was
the prices that got you. It wasn't necessarily the quality, right? It was like it's okay, but the prices are nuts.
Do you remember the dude that was with Vape Critic, or maybe it was Vape Critic himself? There was the dude that was with Vape Critic. He used to post all the time on the Vape Life forum, and I don't think he posted any other.
He was a good guy. I liked him.
Yeah, he was cool, but he bought like the $60 gram. Remember, he bought a $60 gram that was basically one nug. That was $60, and it was dry as a popcorn fart, and probably like
dry.
Yeah, it was like probably like 26 or 27% THC and smelled like OG Kush. You know, it wasn't anything to call grandma about.
Yeah,
I felt bad.
Yeah, that was. That was one of the early years for Vegas, I think, right? Like, because they were talking 4 or 5 years ago when we did that. That was a good.
Yeah, that was when Planet of the Vapes, when you hosted that Planet of the Vapes party, when you were still working at Planet of the Vapes, and you had that big, like, influencer thing with Vape Critic and Vaporizer Wizard and Sneaky Pete and me,
Randy's gang, and you. Yeah, that was
Puff It Up crew. That was a badass time, by the way.
That was
pre-ball vapes.
Man. That was pre-ball vapes. That was. We were fucking, that was
El Nino with the flower pots, the shower heads.
Flower pots, yeah, shower heads, man. That was a crazy crew, man. That was fun.
Oh, wait, no, I guess it wasn't pre-ball vapes because we had the G43 there. Vape Critic brought out the remember he had the little he had the Pelican case, and he's like, I brought a little something.
Yeah, so it wasn't totally pre-ball vapes, but I'm gonna say it's pre. As we understand it, ball vapes. Like that was pretty early model kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. The flower pot setup we had fucking crushed the tiny little balls of the battery powered, mod powered G43.
No, dude, for me, ball vapes, there's 2 dates for me. One is the Symphony, you know, the glass Symphony. That's like the real beginning. And then the other big one is the SSV43, because that's kind of like when it really began. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of really great things happen that way. Somebody comes out with something that's really dope, but nobody gets it, and then somebody gets it, and then you know what I'm saying, and then it starts to kick around. And so that's kind of like what happened with the Symphony, man. When the Symphony came out, the fucking thing was awesome. Yeah, I see you, but it wasn't like something that it was a build at home. And nobody really got it. And then when you came along and saw it and then saw the G43, that's when you put together SSV43. And for me, that's kind of when the modern ball revolution started, was with that Silver Surfer ball mod.
So two years ago around this time, basically.
3
years ago. Sorry. Bad at math. Good at weed. Yeah. So yeah.
Keep it in grams. He's fine, guys.
But we've come a long way, man. Look at all the ball vapes that we've been.
Crazy. Dude, it's about time for you to update it again, too, isn't it?
I just recently updated it because we added the Freight Train Pro.
You did? Okay, then you're hot to date.
So we got the Freight Train Pro down here, and then we got the Z8 thing from phase 3.
Now, what is that? I heard somebody mention that on one of our comments and talked about it being a small bowl or something for the.
It's this little zirconia thing. It's like a zirconia housing that's filled with ruby.
Oh, ceramic and zirconia, so it's stronger.
Yeah.
Very fucking cool. That ceramic zirconia is supposed to be strong as rock. So, okay, right on.
He says he created this in 2019. And I haven't been able to fact check that or prove that.
Uh-huh.
But either way, since it wasn't really released or available, I don't know where it's going to fit on this page, but I got it at the bottom because it literally just came out. If I put it at the top, it to me, it feels like a lie.
No,
like
you can get it now.
Well, he did a first batch, but it sold out already. It's like he says he was developing this thing way back in the SSV 43 era.
Maybe, man. What year was the Symphony? I forget.
The Symphony was fucking 2017.
17. Jesus, it seems longer than that to me, man. That's only like 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah, and that the Symphony wasn't. I mean, obviously it's a ball vape, but it wasn't a ball. Like the term ball vape didn't exist on in the time of the Symphony. You know what I mean?
Like, no, not that, nor the G43.
Nor the G43.
For me, it was SSV 43 that kind of kicked the whole thing off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. It was like once we realized, hey, here's what the G43 took from the Glass Symphony. It's the ball thing. The ball thing is what does it. What can we do to extend this? And that was when who is Nate? I don't know if you know him from the community or not. He's maybe he's here today. He was at my house. He came over to sesh with me, and he gave me some Christmas presents. And we were literally sitting in front of my vape shelves, looking at the vapes. Like, what else can we add balls to either make it cool better? Because Vape Critic had added balls to the Mighty Cooling unit, and we're like, hey, it cools better now. So we were just like literally like brute force. Like, can we add balls to this? Can we add balls to this? And when we hit the Lifesaver from 7th Floor, we were like, hold up, this is like the G43, but wall powered and bigger. Like this is gonna work. You know, this is gonna be a thing. And that's fucking dope. Got out the calipers. I measured the distance between the rod and the glass. I measured all the angles to make sure that like I was getting the balls that were gonna fit a single layer in there.
Right. Was it 3 mil that you needed? Is that right?
Yes, it was exactly 3 mil, which is perfect because that's what the G43 was. Worked out really nice.
Fucking dope. Yeah. So, yeah, for me, it goes from that to that. And then the next mark is when we have one that's commercially available in quantity. And we're not quite there yet. We're just starting to get to ones that I think are actually marketable. So now we're starting. I can't wait to have them come out in quantity, and we'll see how that goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to like mass market shifts in vape perception because of this. Like that's what I'm waiting for now. Like I've been pushing for it. I've been saying like, yo, these things hit way different. If you're still relying on the reputation of vapes of old, you're not doing yourself any favors. Like. You're still riding your bike, and you could be driving a car.
You have any idea how ahead of the curve you usually are, like time wise? You ever noticed and looked and figured it out?
It's hard to do without hindsight, you know?
Yeah.
Because every market, everything evolves at its own pace.
Yeah, it is a lot different. The reason I brought it up is I remember when I used to play fantasy football. I played it for so long that I started to recognize. I was like, fuck. I was always I could identify talent, but I was always a year or two too soon. And so I'd had these killer teams way too fucking early. And so in Dynasty, it worked out better for me. But even then, I'd have to sit on them for a while. And I just kind of knew that about myself. And so I don't know that I've figured out that time frame in the real world, but I'm curious. We'll know someday when these things, when something, either a ball vape or something equivalent, becomes commercially viable in the mass market. That's the date that we'll know. Oh, okay, yeah, that's how far ahead the timeline was.
Right. I mean, we have like the Coroma shop stuff in some smoke shops. So
Nice.
like the Coroma shop stuff is in, I don't know, like Ritual Smoke Shop in Colorado, and they're in someone in Canada. They're in one in like England or somewhere in Europe. So we're starting to see it. Same with the Freight Train. Sneaky Pete sells the Freight Train. Freight Train's in Australian vaporizers, and it's in a bunch of other little distributors and smoke shops. And both of those vapes are expanding, tapping into the market. I think Cannabis Hardware too. Cannabis Hardware has their shit available from a few different places.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to like Stores and Bickle doing something, or a Riser doing something. Yocan has done it already. Yocan filled a wax atomizer with balls. So like,
just for dabs.
Well, yeah, it's a dab device, and the funny thing is about this dab device is like the atomizers, you fill it with balls and your dabs. So instead of having like an atomizer with your dabs and a ball that goes around, like, this one is like the atomizer, and then you fill it with balls, and those balls prevent the oil from going in your fucking mouth hole. Apparently, because that was the mistake I made. I didn't put the balls in. I didn't read the instructions because it was
of course you didn't. It's
cheap
Troy from 420 Vape Zone.
If you've ever had a dab device, you really don't need instructions when it comes out of the box.
Anything
it looks
to
just like
do
the
with
rest
it,
of
bro.
them.
You just don't read them. It's not the device. I was thinking about that earlier today or yesterday about you and me. It's so funny how different we are. Like when you get a vape, you go right into it without any, it's a really good, is it intuitive exercise for you? Because you go in and you just see how it works. Dude, this motherfucker likes to read every page of the manual, check out the box, line up all the fucking parts, check it out. I like swim in it before I use it. It's hilarious how different we approach them. I think it's great. So hell yeah, you didn't read it about that one. I know, man, because that you shouldn't have to for a 5-click and hit kind of a thing.
Did you read the instructions on that Cricket before you got it?
Yeah.
So you didn't?
Not before I got it. I read it before I used it.
So you did the preheat with the lid off and all that stuff the way you're supposed to?
Yeah, turn the tip down on it and all that.
Fine.
Still clogged up. Don't worry about it.
I'm the dumbass here. That's fine. That's cool.
You just gotta read the manual. That's all. There's some of these things you can't do it. Like the packs. Like I'm writing a review on the packs, and the packs to me is hilarious because it's easy to use. But if I just gave it to somebody, they wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it. There's no really obvious buttons or where to put the weed. There's nothing. There's no communication. There's nothing. It's really kind of like a spaceship looking thing. You know what I mean? So, it just that one you need to have it, but I'll do it with the obvious shit too, because I'm always like, oh, what'd they put in here that I haven't seen before? Like, oh, nothing. Great. Okay. And then I'm bummed about it.
Another one nailed me.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends on the vape.
Like, yeah, the ball vapes and the shit that's like machined. I'm gonna burn that off before I hit it. But like a mainstream vape that comes, out of a mass-produced line, I'm going to take one for the team and I'm going to hit it without doing a burn off, because I want to be able to accurately and truthfully tell people, yeah, you need to burn this thing off. I didn't, and it tasted like fucking robot dicks or whatever. Like if I burn off every vape and then I don't know that it tasted bad without a burn off, then I'm not doing my job. So I don't always burn off.
I usually just go by cannot tell. Like I open it up, does it need one? By smelling. And if I do a burn off, I go by smelling my burner. Like I'm not going to take one for the team and hit that fucker and see, because I mean there's some real shit in there. You know what I mean? Like but I just smell it. Like you can tell when the smell goes usually. Yeah. And then I'll hit it.
I'm not saying I take a China vape and turn it on immediately. I'm not, like there's some investigative, like you give it the sniff test and then you take a small, and you taste it a little bit. Remember there's been vapes that came out that had manufacturing problems to the point where like you turn it on the first time, it's burning off glue that shouldn't be there, and now there's fucking burning glue coming out of the bowl. So yeah, we got to be careful. I'm not going to say which vape that was,
heater, man. Remember the Teflon on the heater?
Yeah.
All kinds of crazy shit.
There was the same company, the Teflon heater, Teflon installation.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah, burn-offs, new vapes. How do we get down that road? I think we're talking about ball vapes and shit. Yeah.
Somebody said something about doing burn-offs.
I think the next real look, I mean, we're still in the innovation stage of ball vapes, just getting it to be put together and mass produced. But for me, the real innovation is somebody has to fucking make it safe. Somebody has to go in there and solve the hot thing on your desk problem. And once they've done that, then I think we've got something that stores will want to sell. Like, I mean, like want to sell, not like, oh yeah, here's something that I'll sell a couple of because I know, you know what I mean, Lily, like I want to push that thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Like I honestly think like a small portable ball vape, almost like the Tiny Mite 2 that's built around balls, where it could have pass through or not. You know, maybe without pass through, it can only have like a 40-minute sesh, but with pass through, it's like your flower pot. You know, you just plug it into your cable and ta fucking da.
Right.
It shouldn't be that hard to do. Like we've seen the iterations of ball vapes go from like, let's keep adding thermal mass to the point where like, and then the pinky comes out and the pinky's like, fuck your thermal mass. Your thermal mass doesn't matter. Like it's all about transferring the heat to the balls. You want the heat in the balls. Like trying to crank your heat into a battery and then into the balls is bad math.
It's like the old log vape days. Yeah, exactly. Same thing. It started with a big heat sink, and then Alan figured out, no, we don't care about a heat sink. We just want heat transfer. Let's just make it a quick transfer.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as there's enough balls, as long as the surface area and everything calculates. Right now we're in this state of like, we have all these different ball vapes and they're all built differently and they all perform a little differently. The enthusiasts are doing the thing where like, this one's best because this, and then this one's fucking sucks because this. The real test is which one wins the market, which one survives. Maybe they'll all survive. But I'm not going to sit up here and do this fucking Betamax VHS thing where I pick a side and alienate the other ones over personal preferences. Like all this shit about not liking one vape because it performs this way or whatever. Like they're different. Like I learned with the B1, B2 was a huge for me. It's like, to me, the B2 hits so much better than the B1 because the B1 is just too open.
Too open.
Not everyone has those types of preferences. Not everybody wants super immediate agility. Like I like the B0 because it feels like a scalpel. Like I can hit it fast, I can hit it slow, I can change the way it performs, I can crank it up. Some people just want to hit it. Like I didn't think people would like the freight train because it was too restricted. Lots of people love the freight train because it's perfectly restricted for them. Like I don't want to buy into this whole like it's vape drama. It's vape tribalism. It runs rampant on Reddit. It runs rampant on FC. It runs rampant in the 420 Vapes on Discord. Like people develop little tribes around their vape, and then people that don't like their vape or people that like a competitor's vape somehow become the enemy. And here we are as vaporists trying to unite, trying to grow the industry, trying to like spread the love of vaporizers. And the field is split into a civil war. It's silly to me. It's fucking silly to me.
Yeah, pretty human, man. Pretty human. Anytime you get a bunch of people together, I'm gonna have some fear issues going in there and driving really dumb little things. But that's what happens when you get people together, man. You get weirdness like that. Fucking A.
I personally liking them all. Like when I can look at my collection and be like, yo, I love having these options. I love this one. I love this one for this. I love this one for that. I love this one, you know.
No, I'm the same way, man. I mean, that's how I ended up all this shit. You know, is I liked something about all of them. you know. And even in the beginning when I was pre-judging vapes based on their heater tech and wouldn't give them a shot. I don't do that anymore. I mean, I have an idea coming into what I'm getting into, but I'm like, okay, fuck these guys. I'll give them a run with it. But like, you know, like even the new PAX stuff, you know, I mean, it's easy to look at the PAX Plus and go, that's a stripped down PAX 3, man. Who the fuck wants that? And there'll be a lot of online tribalism people bitching about it. You know what I mean? And
people who would never buy the PAX anyway are bitching about it though. That's the
key.
There's a weird anomaly type of, it's like when you have a wave of energy and then like when the 2 points get too high and then the peak of the wave gets high and then it breaks because the top is moving faster than the lower part.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on here. Like
waves breaking, bro.
The energy, there's so much energy in the wave that it's breaking the wave itself.
Oh, it's coming up ashore. It's hitting the sandbar, rising up, falling over. That's all she wrote, man. But that's a good point. It's people wouldn't have bought it anyhow. Because I've, like, for instance, like I was going to tell you earlier, I went to Tennessee for the last 5 days, 2 days driving, 3 days there. And I had an assignment to do on the PAX. So I took that with me. And I made it the only vape I took. I mean, I had some dab stuff, but it was the only flower vape I took. And so to come back and hit the train today is really pretty nice. But at the end of the day, that's what I kind of found out was, you know, people who are going to buy a PAX, I think they're going to like the new one. they're going to like what they did to it. And all those people who don't like any of them, they can just keep on complaining, I guess. So, yeah, you're right. But yeah, dude, I'd rather just accept them all. Like you're talking about, like I love having all these different ball vapes. Some taste different, some are hit different, some are different airflow. Some I'd let people hold, some I wouldn't. You know, some burn me more than others. Some have nicer handles than others. And I like fucking around with it, man. It's fun. And I don't really care which one you use. I mean, you wanna like that one? Fucking far out. Right. Go for it, man. I mean, Troy, you and I don't have the same favorite vapes. You know what I mean? That's cool. I still dig you. I hope you still like me, but we're good, man. We're good.
I'm fine with you, bro.
Okay.
What's your favorite vape, by the way?
Herborizer, man. Yeah, it's fuck, dude. So good. So good. I can't wait till you end up liking it for what I like it for. There'll be a time in your life where that's what you want, and that's going to be the thing. It's awesome at what it does. Because like I feel like, you know, for me with these ball vapes, I've wanted them for a long time. I don't want them all the time, but fuck, when you want one, it's totally different from everything else. You know what I mean? When I want to come in and crush 0.5 gram and feel it right fucking now and not have to choke down 3 bags, you know what I mean? It's fucking great. It's fucking great. 3 or 4
I feel like I'm moving away from having a favorite vape. Like for the longest time, the Mighty was just like my bitch because I mean, it still is. Like, I know exactly where it's. I could probably grab it right now without looking. Like, I could probably just put my hand back here. Whoops. Put my finger in a jar of fucking crumble.
The lid open, shit.
But it is. Well, I got to bleed those turp off, Jerry. It's fucking boof dabs, remember?
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
Like, my Mighty, it's always there. I could have grabbed it without looking because I know where it's at. That's still one of my favorites. Best vape? No. Not by any means. But still one of the best portables for people looking for a portable vape to vape their weed. And that's what it boils down to. Like the enthusiasts' demands of what they want in a vaporizer are often far and disconnected from what the mainstream user cares about.
Yeah.
They don't always align.
The enthusiast is involved in the technical side and the how-to and making sure it's convection instead and all that stuff. And what the market wants is something that feels nice and gets me high. You know what I mean? So it's when those two things finally come together, and it takes a while, it's fucking great. So
yeah,
I typically have a different vape for different situations. You know what I mean? Like I probably got like 10 favorite vapes right now for different things. So
I could easily narrow it down to 10. Like doing the whole like, what are your 5 favorites? That's a little tougher. You know, I can fill it with 3, but then eliminating some of the other ones is tough. Narrowing it down to 10 is pretty easy. I could do 10.
Didn't I have 14 for our video? I know I can do it to 14 easily.
Yeah,
I
you
can do
had
that
a
in
lot.
no time. Yeah, I think it was like 14.
I think I only had like 3, and you
you went
nuts.
I did, but I could get it to 10. Dude, I took the higher with me up there again I took the higher and the proxy
Okay.
and a bunch of Paxes. I felt like a mass market motherfucker, man. It was hilarious. I took 1B just so I could feel like I was still me. So I gotta have something that's, and man, I'll tell you, it was great because the proxy's great for out and about. But dude, the fucking higher was whooping us, man. Like for a portable nail, it's fucking doing it. Like
yeah, I've hit some dabs off that higher that made me forget that it was a portable battery powered nail. Like it when I put the higher on the mini nail rig.
Yeah, that's when it fucks you up, right?
That's when it fucks me up. That's when it's like, whoa, this hits almost like the mini nail. It's like it's really close. It's really close.
It's interesting. I don't get to dial in exactly what I want. Like I still want a few more temperatures on there that I can give on mini
me
nail.
too.
Do you go? Have you hit yellow? Are you doing yellow? I won't go above green yet.
Yellow is the one below green, isn't it?
No, it goes like white, turquoise, green, yellow, red, or some shit like that.
Blue, turquoise, green, maybe.
Blue, turquoise,
yellow,
green,
red?
Yellow, red. Yeah, that's what it is.
No,
so,
green actually hurts me at the end.
Yeah,
and I think that's what saves me with the higher is the higher has like a ramp up. It doesn't just like go to temp and stay there. It like gets like 70% and then 85%. Like I think it's stretched into the sesh timer. So if you change the sesh length to like a minute, it changes the way the ramp up is.
I did that.
I think I could be wrong. I don't know for sure, but it feels like there's some software adjustment in there. But yeah, green hurts at the end of the dab. So sometimes when I do the green, I'll turn it off before it finishes.
I basically will load it up for the both of us, and it's either turquoise for the day or green at night, and we'll just pass it back and forth. I extended it to a full minute. I put another 15 seconds on the timer, and it's perfect, dude. 1 minute long, 2 people passing back and forth. Fucking works, man. I like it. It's easy to pass it around because it's portable already. So I fucking dig that. So anyhow, I had a good time with that. But coming back here, I can't wait to turn this mini nail on and get my fucking, oh, it's already on 440. Oh, I could do it now, couldn't I? And then having these big fucking ball vapes is, I mean, I already hit this one once, but I can't wait to get tonight, like really go crazy on these big boy vapes because it's been all week I've gone without the big boy vapes.
Oh yeah, because you're traveling this week.
Yeah. So tonight, I mean, I got the train and the herborizer on my desk. I could heat them both up. I don't really give a shit. They're both going to make me happy. So I'll probably go with the train because I'm still dialing it in. You know, the herborizer, I know exactly what I'm doing, but the train, I'm still finding my
nice.
Perfect.
Okay. I kind of want to get the herborizer out, but yeah, it's a lot of like plugins and boxes and stuff.
You don't have shit. Yeah, dude, this variable voltage thing that I got from Timberhead has changed my life on that kind of stuff. Like herborizer, vape bong, any log vape, piece of cake now, dude. Just plug it into here and I'm already like you ought to get one of these, man. It's fucking dope. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because it literally brought like a lot of my old collection back to life and some of the newer stuff too. So but anyhow, no, save the herborizer for when you dial it down a little bit, bro. Don't break out the herborizer when you're still, wolfing ball vapes hardcore. I would wait.
I've actually been, I don't know if I told you this, but since last week I've been dialing it down. I've been running my Freight Train Pro at 640 and taking 3 hits per bowl.
Oh, if you're taking 3 hits per bowl, I would equate that to about a 5 to 6 hit herborizer session as far as if you're going to do what the herborizer does well. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come with the herborizer and try to get 3, but yeah, you might really enjoy the herborizer if you don't mind getting a few more hits out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I usually go 4 or 5 hits on all my herborizer bowls.
Well, I've also been doing the short long. So I start with one short and then do a longer one. And then I do a finisher. I stir and finish just to fully crush it.
I meant to ask you because we were fucking around. Was it last week or the week before with the half hits? on the freight train. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. I don't know when it was. And you
2
said you were gonna fuck with it, but have you been fucking with shorter hits then and all that?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome, man.
I've been calling it the Blake technique because he's been doing it for as long as I can remember.
Fucking awesome, man. Blake Tech right there, man. Blake Tech. Well, yeah. If you're already dialing it down in your own personal sessions, check out Therabrizer, man. Give it a shot.
Probably not tonight, but just because I don't feel very good today. So
yeah, you weren't chipper this morning. How you feeling now? Any better?
I feel okay now.
Yeah,
my throat still hurts. I've had a sore throat for a few weeks.
Me too. Well, no, this week because of all the PAX vaping. I've been battery testing that fucker, so I literally was just chiefing the fucking thing all day until I went to bed, and I was like all night. I'm like, oh, my throat. I hate that.
Yeah, I hear that. I think it's my dabs that hurt me, because every time I dab, I feel the throat like what did that do?
Yeah, you pretty hot on your dabs?
Not really. I think it's the dabs. Like I literally think it's like I want to buy a gram of something different.
Oh, right. It might be the shit
and dab it, and just to see if it does the same thing to my throat.
I would if I were you. If you think that's the case, I wouldn't stick with it. I'd try to get something else and see what's up.
I don't have
power through shit if you don't like it, man. Fuck it.
A little stoned.
What?
Someone said I have pink eye. I don't have pink eye. I'm just a little high.
Okay, right on, man. All right, bro. Well, dude, it's been about 45 minutes, man. I assume you got something to do, man. But tonight we're going to talk about the gift guide, man. We've been building the gift guide. There's a lot of cool shit in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool shit in there. I'm going to add some stuff to it before we go do tonight as well. So if anybody has things that they want to share and their ideas for gifts, tell us what you want for Christmas. That's how we should do this. Like,
that's what we do.
If you want to see what you want for Christmas listed in our gift guide, you got to tell us. The way to do that is you can leave a real comment on the YouTube video. Don't put it in the chat right now, because I mean, I guess I see the chat right now, but I'm referencing the chat is really fucking hard. Leave a comment on the real video, or better yet, in the 420 Vape Zone Discord, there's a gift guide channel. Post your links there. Just share your Amazon links, share your Best Buy, just share what link directly to what you want for Christmas. And it doesn't need to be weed related either, because we're trying to make this thing a little robust and build out some categories to make it a resource. Let me know what model of Ferrari.
Put a link in there, Bings. We need a link. I don't see a link here yet, bro.
Yeah, link us to the Ferrari, bro.
Link us to the fucking Ferrari. That's awesome, bro. And then also everybody tonight, show up tonight, because we're gonna talk about the giveaway. But in 2 weeks we're gonna give away a bunch of vapes on the 23rd for Christmas. Be a Merry Christmas thing. And I'm still we haven't compiled the full list yet, but I know we've already got E-Nano XL to give away, and we're gonna have 2 Vapmans to give away, and one of these Mad Heater fucking reloads that I love and take with me on the road all the time. So we're gonna get one of these bad boys. These things are dope, man. I know you guys have seen me on Instagram using this on my dashboard and shit. It's got the debowler and a couple of stashes. Anyhow, point is, we're giving away shit in 2 weeks, man, for Christmas, because you guys are dope and we want you to have a Merry Christmas, and so do our sponsors and friends. So show up tonight. We'll tell you all about the giveaway. You got 2 weeks to enter and get some cool shit for Christmas.
I might do some shrooms tonight.
It's been a while since we did that.
I feel like it's due. I've been due for a little magical fungus journey.
Dude, me too. Like, I mean, but I haven't prepared or set aside the time. Do you think we should do that tonight? Do a little half gram or a gram or whatever that was.
Yeah, maybe
last time we did a gram.
If I do a gram, I might get too fucked up off a gram. Honestly,
I might have just the thing. I want to do whatever I did last time. Last time I think I did 0.8 grams, and an hour into the show, oh man, it felt great. I mean, they were really like, yeah, remember that?
Was that the mini nail episode?
I don't
remember. I remember tripping balls on the mini nail episode, and feeling a little bad about it afterwards. Like, damn, I felt like I got a little too fucked up, or a little bit like out there.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Yeah, that was a show. Oh, well, all right, we might do that then. Well, All right, cool. Well, either way, it'll be fun tonight.
Yeah.
Gift guide shrooms, talking about a giveaway. That'll be awesome. So
yeah. It'll be a good time. 6 p.m. on Twitch. Twitch.
9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Fucking 3 in the morning for the Euros. Love you guys for hanging with us.
Yeah. You got a good crowd today. Good crowd.
Yeah, man. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging. All right, sweet. Well, thanks, brother. I'll catch you tonight.
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
All right, man.
6 p.m. on Twitch.
Glad that you're here. Joy and Jerry. Think tank. They're streaming just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
What's up, Troy?
Yeah, happy Friday, Jerry.
Good to see you, man.
Whew, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. It's been a week.
I'm ready for a good weekend, man.
I'm ready for a good weekend too.
I'm gonna get really fucked up.
I got to hit that thing. A pretty special piece, man.
Got some vapes to beat up.
They're streaming just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
Ladies and gentlemen,